This is Project Loon, Google's attempt at providing the internet to remote regions using balloons. And in January of this year, after 10 years of development, Google officially shut it down. But if you're watching this video and you're one of the 40% of people that don't have access to the internet, don't worry. Companies such as Amazon, SpaceX, and Facebook are working on other inventive ways of getting you connected. First, let's understand why there are still so many people in the world who don't have access to funny cat videos. The internet is basically a big web of people sending files from one computer to another. And this web is made up of hundreds of thousands of kilometers of undersea wires called the internet backbone. These wires either make their way to the router in your house so you can browse Reddit at 4 am, or to cell phone towers so you can freak out about 5G. Since laying these wires across the country takes money, there's not a lot of incentive to place hundreds of kilometers of wires for remote villages with 5 people. What about satellites, you might ask? We have so many. Surely we can use them to get access to remote regions, right? Well, I thought the same thing, but turns out my entire life is a lie. The satellites we have right now are too few and too far away from land to provide a reliable internet connection. This is where projects like Starlink are innovating by placing satellites in low Earth orbit and placing a lot of them. There are currently 4,000 satellites around Earth right now. Amazon's Project Kuiper wants to launch 3,000 just by itself. And if you think that's a lot, SpaceX wants to launch 42,000. I'm pretty sure that's more satellites than the number of stars in the sky. Now, launching so many satellites is expensive and takes some time. After saying bye-bye to Loon, Google has started working on a more feasible project called Tara, which aims to use small rooftop towers to transmit data up to 20 kilometers using light. Companies say they are doing all of this to get internet access to the most disconnected populations. While that may be true, controlling 40% of the world's internet and having access to a lot of data is just a cherry on top. These initiatives are not without problems, however. First, there was Project Loon, which had to be shut down since it wasn't commercially viable. Then, there's Facebook, a company everyone loves and trusts with their data, which had been working on Project Aquila until 2018 to distribute data using drones. This is the same company whose Free Basics initiative of providing free internet was banned in India in 2015 for violating net neutrality after a huge backlash from citizens. It remains to be seen how successful all of these projects will be, but companies are working really hard to capture the unconnected 40%. Whether it's huge balloons, satellites that can block out the sun, or drones dropping tactical Wi-Fi nukes, at least we'll have to worry about sharks bringing down the internet just a little bit less.